Yeah. Then moving on to your alliteration. Okay, alliteration is like when the words are getting repeated, like the occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning, or adjacent or closely connected words. Like you know that word, she sells seashells on the seashore. That is your alliteration. Peter Pipe picked a peck of pickled peppers. Man may come, man may go. So these are like occurrence of the same letter. That is alliteration. Now again, one more opposite contradicting thing came: irony. A mild or indirect word or expression substituted for one considered to be too harsh or blunt when referring to something unpleasant or embarrassing. My uncle. Hey, wait. No. This is euphemism. This is wrong. This is not irony. This is euphemism. No. Wait. They are going wrong with it. Fine, I'll tell you what irony is. Look over here. That is euphemism ka explanation. Yeah, Hitler talking about human rights would be great example of irony. You know, like it's like, like recently BJP, Modi has said that he has never done Hindu-Muslim. He has never, discriminated on the basis of religion. Now, all of us know that BJP is somewhere linked to increasing Islamophobia. Like a lot of Islamophobia has entered our country since BJP is come to the governing power. Okay, so it's that's an irony. When you do something else and you claim something else, that is your irony. Okay. Okay, I'll try to find a proper definition for irony, and that definition was for euphemism. Euphemism is like when you tell something bad by making it sound good. Like say you want to say my father is dead, so you said that my father has expired or my father has passed away. That is euphemism. Telling a bad thing, telling something bad by saying good things, like not saying the exact unpleasant words. That is your euphemism. So this is euphemism ka definition. Like my uncle has recently passed. She's on the streets. Like they're not calling it directly homeless. They called her, oh, she's on the streets. We are going to have to let you go. Like firing someone, defenestrating someone. So this is not irony. This is actually your what? Euphemism. ये देख लेना तुम लोग, ये काफी आता है. Euphemism बहुत पूछते हैं. So this is euphemism. Okay, this is not whatever they're claiming it to be. This is not irony. This is euphemism. Okay, moving on. Lighter Now that is a mild or indirect word substituted for one. What? Fine, we'll come to it, bro. They're giving it. Okay, exclamation, yeah, this one is also asked a lot. Rhetorical question. Asking a question not for the sake of getting in, but to point a point more effectively. Do you want to be a failure for the rest of your life? Now, they are not asking her or him as a question. They're not asking a question over here. They're asking a question to get an answer to make a point. Do you want to be a failure for the rest of your life? That is rhetorical question. When there's a lot of questions to make a point. Do you really want to do this? Do you really want to continue this? Like, see, someone is like involved in gambling. So their mother is like, oh, do you really want to end your life in this gambling? Do you really want to? So they're trying to make a point that gambling can somewhere end your life. So that is rhetorical question. When you ask a question not for the sake of getting an answer, but to put a point more effectively. Understatement, something which is made to be less important than what is actually being conveyed. I only have $2 million. Now, man, come on. $2 million is not something which you can call only, okay? The Grand Canyon is just a hole in the ground. Come on. Grand Canyon is so vast. You can't just call it a hole, right? The deserts are sometimes hot, dry and sandy. Not sometimes. They are hot, dry and sandy almost all the time. Okay? So these are like understatements when you're trying to make it less important. for you. Then comes onomatopoeia. I'm considering you all must be knowing that, because see, onomatopoeia, personification, simile, metaphor, ये सब school में भी रहता था, and ICSE people, so they had like oxymoron, paradox, personification too. So like yeah, see, you all must be knowing all of this. So I'm only telling the ones which is like quite new. Onomatopoeia is just sound, okay? Sound. The buzzing bee, the sack fell into the river with a splash. So whenever you see like a sound is being used, that is onomatopoeia. Paradox. Paradox I told you, right? Again, contradicting, but not contradicting set of words. When there's a contradicting set of words, when there are opposite set of words, that's oxymoron. Now coming to allusion. Author refers to when we hint at something and expect the other person to understand what we are referencing. If I'm not home by midnight, my car might turn into a pumpkin. So he's like, if I'm not home by midnight, मेरी car खराब हो सकती है. My car might get bad. It might like what? Might turn into pumpkin. मतलब वो खराब हो सकती है. She felt like she had a golden ticket. Is there an Einstein in your physics class? Is there a genius? That's what they're meaning it to be. Then what is this? Malapropism. It is like a misspeech, okay? Like incorrect word in place of a word with a similar sound, resulting in a nonsensical, sometimes humorous utterance. This is not that important though. Sarcasm, the use of irony to mock or convey contempt. Like, see, now again, irony, sarcasm, दोनों में ये word, ये sentence use हो सकता है that the food was so hot that it tasted like an ice. So now they used an irony over there. They are not conveying the similar meaning, okay? The food was so hot that it tasted like an ice. मतलब he's trying to say कि वो food बहुत ठंडा था, that food was very cold, but he did it as hot. So again, contradicting, irony came, and plus sarcasm, of course. Indirect sense जब आएगा, then it's irony. Satire again, humor, irony, exaggeration. Okay, all these are done. Now we'll come to some important words which are not there. It was so hot in Delhi. Yeah. Great. Y'all are getting it, no? अभी तक तो सब समझ आया ना? You all got everything till now. We have like a few more of figures of speech, then we'll be done. Abhi tak ka, did you get everything or not? Just one yes or no. I just need one yes or no, or maybe like a thumbs up or something. If you all got confused with anything, you can tell me. Yes, continue. Oh. Also, like in the middle of a teaching, if like I'm teaching something and you didn't get anything, you can just open your mic and ask, okay, whatever you didn't get. How do you remove this thing? Okay. Now starting with, let me see what is left. So euphemism you all got, no? Whenever you're telling anything that sounds good, like anything that sounds good is your euphemism. Then lightities we did want to say something but don't want to avail affirmative. Yeah, lightities we didn't do. Okay. Now we'll come to lightities. So whenever you want to say something good but you don't want to use affirmative words in it. Affirmative is like positive words. So saying something good with negative words or with non-affirmative words is your lighter-tease. Like the food is not bad. Okay, like I am not unimpressed. So here they're trying to say that they are impressed, but they're using I'm not unimpressed. So that is when it is your lighter tease, like saying something good with negative words, saying something good but you don't want to use affirmative words. That is your lighter tease. Also, the screen is visible, right? Yeah, it's visible. Okay, moving on to alliterations we did, onomatopoeia we did, personification. Okay, now we're coming to synecdoche. Yes, this is an important one. Synecdoche. Synecdoche is when you represent something big with a part of something. Like part of something is used to signify the whole thing. Or vice versa. Like also if you're using something something big, you're using the whole thing to signify the part of something is your synecdoche. Like what? Synecdoche. Like you are saying England as Great Britain. Oh what? Wait, what? Yes. England as Great Britain. So that's a part of synecdoche. Okay, part of something is used to signify the whole, or whole is used to signify, or you're using Great Britain to signify England. A lot of times, if you all read newspapers and all, you'll see that Delhi is written to signify your India. Is written to signify India. That is also a part of synecdoche. Okay. God, why do I do so many mistakes? Yes. So that is also one example of synecdoche. Abhi itna clear hua? Lighter-tease and synecdoche is clear? Just say yes or no. Yeah. Okay. Then moving on to your pun. Again, pun is also play on words. Okay. It involves words with similar or identical sounds but with different meanings. Okay, so this is not that important, but okay, pun is again, it's an example of sarcasm. Coming to irony we did. Okay. Yeah, anaphora, good one. Anaphora. This we didn't do. So anaphora is a figure of speech in which words repeat at the beginning of successive clause. Okay, like in every cry of every man. Wait. Words repeat at the beginning of successive. You all can also note this down, okay? The ones which I'm writing on the board, okay? Like I can give you the PDF, the previous PDF which we did, but this you all can write because these are also ours. Like synecdoche will be part of your options. So like if you don't know the meaning of any this what you call it figure of speech, no, so you tend to get confused when you're not able to understand the figure of speech. So here example could be in every cry of every man. So here if you see, words are getting repeated at the beginning of successive clause. अब इसके आगे कुछ भी sentence हो सकता है. But this every cry of every man, that is where anaphora is used. Another one could be in every infant's cry of every fear. So that is your, again, it's being repeated. ठीक है, तो ऐसे होता है anaphora. Now moving on, anaphora is also asked less, but it's good if you know figure of speeches. You know every type. Okay. Then what else? Paradox we did. Yeah, metonymy. 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 Is the in which a thing or again, this is also some kind of related to synecdoche, but you might get confused. So synecdoche में क्या होता था? Part of something is used to signify the whole thing. Here, a thing is not called by its name rather than by something intimately associated with it. That is your metonymy. Like you are using sword for military force. Okay, so now in military force, or you're using any type of gun for military force, you're using a pen for the written word. Anything which is written to signify that, to show that you are using pen for it. You are using sword for military force. You are using crown for a power. You're using crown for a power to signify the power of king. Or you're using the White House to signify the kingdom. So that is metonymy. So you're not calling something by its own name, rather than you're calling it by something intimately associated with it, something which is associated with it. That is when you use metonymy. So don't get confused between metonymy and synecdoche. Synecdoche में क्या होता है कि उसके part को use किया जाता है. इधर something which is intimately associated, not generally a part. A sword is a part of military force, but it is associated with it. How do you write? You write through a pen. So something which is associated. Here it has to be a part. England is a part of Great Britain. Delhi is a part of India. So a lot of times if you've read about G20 or you've read, if you're reading newspapers, you see that Delhi is written to signify India. Okay. So that is also like when we were reading for G20, most of the times New Delhi was used to signify India. So that is synecdoche. Don't get confused between these two. We have 3 more. Very important. Chiasmus. Now what happens in chiasmus? No, I won't write the definition because it's very vague. You just understand it like this. Never let a fool kiss you, or a kiss fool you. Now, this is a classic example of chiasmus. What happens in this? That it is a rhetorical device in which 2 or more clauses are balanced in such a way against each other by the reversal of their structures in order to produce an artistic effect. Never let a fool kiss you, or a kiss fool you. Now these are 2 sentences which are reversed, but it signifies a greater meaning to it. Okay, कि मतलब a fool, when a fool is kissing you, they should not fool you by it, or a kiss should not fool you too. Now that is chiasmus. So whenever you see something twisted like this and signifying a greater meaning, an artistic effect to it, that is chiasmus. Then coming to epigram. I guess this is the second last, epigram. Epigram is like a real rhetorical device that is memorable, brief, interesting, and surprising. Satirical statements. So like it's similar to your satire again. Then after this we have epitaph. Wait, I need to find the example for epigram. Yeah. No pain, no gain. Now these are such rhetorical device that is very memorable. Like, okay, fine, I'm giving you the definition. Memorable, brief, interesting and surprising satirical statement. That is epigram. Like no pain, no gain. Also one more. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Now see how brief these things are, but they're very memorable. No pain, no gain. Without pain, you can't gain anything. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Like you shouldn't give consent to something. You shouldn't be so consumed in yourself that anyone can make fun of you. That is, you don't have to give that permission to everyone. You don't have to give that liberty to anyone to make you feel inferior. So it shouldn't happen without your consent. These are very brief statements, but these are very memorable, interesting. That is what epigram talks about. Last is epitaph. So epitaph is again linked to it, but when somebody from your family dies, okay, or a friend dies, and you want to commemorate his or her memory, that's where you use an epitaph, like which is a brief. It's a brief writing or saying inscribed in a inscribed in a grave. So whatever you write during their last time, okay, like what do you write? Gone but not forgotten. Damn, why is it all caps? ठीक है चलो. You know, you write rest in peace. That is a very famous one. So that is your epitaph. Whatever you write to commemorate someone, you know, when they've died, that is epitaph. Okay. Then what else? Yeah, it's done. It's done. That was all. Laicity, saying something good with negative words. The food is not, or non-affirmative words. Okay. Synecdoche, part of something, used to signify the whole or vice versa. You got the synecdoche and metonymy ka difference. Na? Here a part of it is used, here something which is intimately associated with it. Anaphora, repeat themselves at the beginning of successive clause. Chiasmus, you know, like when a statement is reversed to give it an artistic effect, to give more meaning to a sentence. Epigram, again, something memorable, something interesting, something brief, which can surprise you. That is epigram. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Epitaph, to commemorate someone. जब कोई मर जाए तो उनके last time पे जो बोलते हैं उनको, that is epitaph. Like, you know, entered into rest, in loving memory. All of these are epitaph. So yeah, that is there, guys. This is done. Any confusion till now? Any confusion? All clear till now? Everything's clear? The more examples of metonymy. Okay. More examples for your intimately associated. No? Wait. Let me see. Metonymy. Like, you know, when you say that, when you use heart for passion or energy, I'm just typing it on the chat box. Heart for passion or energy. Like, you know, we say, oh, my heart goes for momos. So, like, you have passion for momos. You have, like, you love it, you know. My heart goes out for you. So, you know, you love that person so much that you have a lot of love for them. You have a lot of passion for them. That is metonymy. Something which is intimately associated. Now, heart is intimately associated to love. It's intimately associated to passion. So that is your metonymy. अच्छा पढ़ाया आपने, but the chart was very bad. That is not my lookout. आपने को इस्लामोफोबिया की परमिशन दे दी, ये यहाँ पर 2 मुसलमान हैं, सिंसियरली रिमूव फॉर बीइंग रेसिस्ट. What did he do? He left, bro. He was one troll. I'm on wheels. Yes. That is what you can do, or say for euphemism you're talking about. To not say something bad, but to, yeah, that is, keep teaching it on. It's more convenient that way. It was so, okay, fine, yeah. So got it, no, Urvashi? Yeah. So yes, then he has writing very bad chat. I only bombed one. I'm not like, arey yaar, chodo. Let it be. He's gone. He's one troll he was. Okay, now we'll start with acha, anything to ask in figures of speech? Anything which you didn't understand? Anaphora, metonymy, synecdoche, pun, chiasmus, epigraph, epitaph. Nothing? All clear? Just type yes or no if it's all clear, so that we can move on. Euphemism repeat. Okay, so you want euphemism to get repeated. What is euphemism? Euphemism is when something bad has to be explained, but you write it in a good way. You know, like like you want to say that your grandmother is dead, so you write that your grandmother has passed away. That is euphemism. Okay, so that is like writing something good to describe something bad. That is euphemism. What else did we do? We did personification. Clear. What else did we do? Again, simile, paradox, and did you get paradox and what? Oxymoron. That was clear to all of you? Yes. Okay. Okay. So we're moving on now. So now, Shashwat, you can start with tones. We'll do tones now. Yeah. What? Which town? Do you remember the name? Are you talking about something in these? Like in the middle of this? जो यहाँ पे कोई टर्म था, it would be irony for me to talk about as. अरे यार, ये क्या कर रहे हो तुम लोग? Okay, done. Yeah, Shashwat, now you start with your this tones. Now we'll start with tones.